can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Cousins now to throw on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Brought down.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On the play. Brings up
nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
1st down, Bengals.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
To John Ross.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On second down now, Mixon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they're going to set him shop at the 40-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He was looking for John Ross that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Joe Mixon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Burrow on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's sort of the second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Now Burrow loses the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we'll head down to our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And some room to work. Nifty footwork at the 45. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Again, it's Mixon. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5 and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
The kick is...
They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Well, ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The line of scrimmage.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Mixon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And a Bengal 1st down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remaining. headlines here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Bengals 14. Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's again the Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Bengals.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Mixon. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now the Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Third and short yardage. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
At the 34-yard line.
totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Cook following the penalty. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
No time to shine. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
4-yard line. Tonight's final score, Vikings 19, Bengals 16.